This is titled Lotion Man. If you didn't know, there was some protests going on in New York City and some kind of movement. I don't know really who the organizers were. It was on TV. It was all over the internet. It's called Occupy Wall Street. And the National Review Online had a video of one of the protesters whose name was Lotion Man, who was in an argument with a Jewish guy. And the Jewish guy was like, "Hey, why don't you get a job?" You know, in a sort of Jewish stereotypical voice. And the guy's like, "I have a job." And then he's like, you know, doing stereotypical stuff, Jewish stuff, ha ha ha, you know, stuff like that. And it was over the top, and I could see a lot of racists, and you can't say racist in Judaism, right? Because it's religion, right? You can't. I could see a lot of bigots getting a good hoot out of it, and of course the right wing was using it as an example of how the left wing protesters were a bunch of Jew bashers, and they really were. You know, obviously they had this guy out because they liked his humor. But as I began to look into this character called Lotion Man, I began to research him. And what became obvious to me was he's incredibly stupid and uneducated, and also completely ignorant of anything regarding economics or whatever. And you expect that from something like, well, Occupy Wall Street. But what also came to mind was that possibly that he was not an anti-Semite. And I blogged about it. I had the videos on my blog, and the reason I did is it was fascinating to me. I wanted to really learn about this guy myself. And I even placed his video on other people's profiles. I placed the video on one of my friends whose name was Friends on Facebook, whose name was Ladyverse, who's a Woodstock DJ, and she defriended me for placing the video, which it's kind of like, yeah, one of those elitist kind of techno scene, hip-hop kind of girl that goes in a bikini, whatever. Anyway, real snobby shit, and you know, I began to think about why this was so threatening to her, and I thought, well, why was it offensive that I pointed out that this guy was doing some anti-Semitic humor? And then it became obvious to me that the guy was gay. So I began, and he kept on saying, "I'm Lotion Man" on YouTube. I kept on looking it up, and I couldn't find it because he deleted the account. But then, the next day, his video showed up under another person's account. And it became obvious. I did a little research on the name Lotion Man, and the Urban Dictionary said that Lotion Man is a Jamaican slang term for somebody that uses lotion to put it in their backside so that there's lots of lubrication so they can get, you know. So the guy is sort of an open homosexual that goes around and goes over the top and freaks people out. And I began watching these videos, and what occurred to me is he's a guy in a lot of pain that a lot of people laugh at because it makes them feel better about themselves because they feel bad. And that he wasn't necessarily anti-Semitic, though I think he might be, but you have to think about how he got there. You know, here's a kid from Staten Island, and he's not really getting a lot of love. The girls aren't liking him, and the only way he can get anyone's attention is by going nigger this, nigger that, nigger that. And, you know, I was 16 once, or I was a teenager. I was younger. I'm 37 now. And I can relate. I know how to be the bad boy and try to get people's attention. And there are points when being the bad boy actually gets you in trouble. And I feel bad because I think about it when I watch the video. Who's worse? These kids that are instigating this guy. He's just trying to make them laugh. He's just trying to get people to love him. Or him. I don't think Lotion Man is really the problem here. I think the problem were these kids in Union Square, you know, the pretty little girls. They go, hee 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 hee. They're the problem. They're the ones that he is working with their bigotry. He is doing anything get their love. He even he's even openly talking about how he likes to put lotion in you know where, so that he gets it in the you know where. You know, I mean, where the sun don't shine. He's doing this because he's making fun of himself, because these people are such horrid people. These are the kind of people that are from the left. These are the kind of people that show up at these hipster places like Union Square, and they may not even be politically active. They probably aren't. They're just, you know, and I do understand why he's out there. I understand I understand what it's like. He's trying to make it, and he's going to do it by being as obscene as he can, and he doesn't necessarily hate Jewish people. So here's my proposal to Lotion Man. If you're watching this video, there isn't a lot of hate towards you. I'm just like you. I'm an older Lotion Man. I didn't go around with the name Lotion Man, but you know, I understand where you're coming from, and I don't think you're Adolf Hitler, and I don't think you should I don't think your family should disown you, and I feel bad that all these horrible things are happening to you, and I don't think you're the bad person. I think the bad people are the people that you feel that you have to perform for and do really obscene things towards minority groups and those types of people. I feel bad. And I also think that you're hilarious. And if you actually refined your talent so that it didn't have the things that played to people that are really, they don't like you. They're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you. And I don't think you're Adolf Hitler. And I'm sorry that I posted your video where the anti-Semitic video you did on my blog, because I didn't really understand who you were until I researched you. And one of the things that really came to mind is the Jewish guy really was kind of a prick. He was being kind of like you. He was saying get a job when he didn't know a thing about you. And I can relate. I'm unemployed, and I've been unemployed for most of my life. And you know, I'm a creative person just like you. And now, unlike you, I don't think I played to the bigotry of other people, and I've seen other comedians online fall by playing to other people's bigotry, and then sometimes, you know, it's sad when they get sort of pretentious about it afterwards. I don't want to talk about individuals, but no, I won't. But really, this isn't a matter of freedom of speech. It's a matter of recognizing that you really have talent, Lotion Man. I think your name is Danny something. You really have talent, and I hope you do something with it, because those people you're performing for and doing those insulting things towards other people really hurts, and they're not worth it. Those people you're performing for, they're not worth it. And you know, I'm just like you. When I was 16, I did some really wild, crazy things in high school. Like I made a dam. We had a river going through our school. I made a dam so that the whole baseball field flooded, just because I wanted attention. And you know, I understand what it's like to be bad, to try to get the people that are they're really the bad people, because they're using you for their hate. And you know, you're forgiven, and I hope this doesn't hold you back, because I understand. And I hope someday that you and I can get together and have a talk about economics, so that I can explain to you why this left-wing stuff, this Marxist stuff that you seem to believe in right now, that you'll understand that actually those are the people and those are the ideas that are actually killing jobs for guys like you and me. So I hope you see this. I'm going to title the video Lotion Man.